Hello students, welcome to our third session of classification of plant. In our previous session, we studied about the two divisions of cryptogams, that is non-flowering plants. The two divisions are thallophytes and bryophytes. That means kingdom Plantae had divided into cryptogams and phanerogams. Cryptogams are the hidden reproductive organs. The plant do not bear flowers and seed. They reproduce asexually by means of spore formation. Cryptogams are divided into thallophytes, bryophytes and pteridophytes. Thallophytes do not possess any body character, that is stem, root and leaf. Bryophytes possess leaf-like structure, root-like structure and stem-like structure. Now we are going to study the pteridophytes, developed species than the thallophytes and bryophytes. They are having root, stem and leaf. Let's study the characters of pteridophytes. They have a well-developed root, stem and leaves. Consist a separate tissue for conduction of food and water. They do not bear flowers and fruit. They reproduce with the help of spore formed along the back of posterior surface of their leaves. These plants reproduce asexually by a spore formation and sexually by a zygote formation. Examples are the Marsilea, Adiantum, Nephrolepis. Special characteristics of this division is they consist a conducting tissue, that is xylem and phloem, for conduction of water and nutritive material. So pteridophytes are also called as the vascular cryptogams because they possess a special type of conducting tissue for conduction of water and nutritive material. Pteridophytes are as a developed group than the bryophytes and thallophytes. They also possess a special characters, body characters, that is root, stem and leaves. We can differentiate the body parts of this type of plant into stem, root and leaves. So this is the special characteristic of pteridophytes. An example are the Selaginella and Equisetum. The sporophytes bear the sporangia on the sori of that leaflet. We can clearly see it. This is the bunch of sporangia on the leaf. It is on the back side of the leaf. You may have seen ferns among the ornamental plants in the garden. They are shaded loving plants, so they are generally found on the garden places. Take a leaf of a fully grown fern and observe it carefully. Now you can clearly see it consists a xylem and phloem, that is the conducting tissue to carry out the water and nutritive material. They also consist stem, root and leaf-like structure. The leaf of this type of pteridophytes are either ribbon-like, flat or very small. They are widely used for ornamental plant and for soil binders and also a medicinal use. So plants from this group have well developed root, stem and leaves and separate tissues for conduction of food and water, but they do not bear the flowers and fruit. Now they reproduce with the help of spore formed along the back of the posterior surface of their leaves. These spores can be transferred with the help of water and wind from one place to another, and there they germinate. This is a type of sexual reproduction. The plant reproduce asexually by the spore formation and sexually by the zygote formation. In this picture you will see how zygote is formed. They have a well developed conducting system. See, in this picture you can see how zygote is formed here, embryo inside the archegonium, and it is turned into a young sporophytes and developed as a sporophytes. So in this picture you can see the plants having a definite root, stem and leaves. Use your brain power. What is the similarity between the plants of groups Thallophytes, Bryophytes and Pteridophytes in respective of their differences in their body structure? All these plants reproduce by spore formation. They are called as the cryptogams, as their reproductive organ cannot be seen. That is, cryptos means hidden and gammas means reproductive organ. Thank you.